I can see the difference in my income. It was significant, but the way what I was bringing home changed
Was not
was not that
significant.
significant. Just driving on the street and seeing somebody, seeing two people park in the middle of the road and coming down to to fight. And that is like it sort of brings some vibrancy to the country in itself.
Alone inside a crowd, 'cause I can't see you anywhere.
Hey guys, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Omari Bidesi. Thanks for clicking on this video. Thanks for joining in. That's my signature intro. Like um, with me I have a special guest. My husband, hubby, as I always call him. And when you see him, you know that there is something that we're about to give you. You understand?
Mm.
Um,
What you give them?
you know that we're bringing you good content. Anyways, we've clocked a whole year. I want to say a whole 1 year. So we've clocked a whole year in Canada,
Yeah.
and it's just been an amazing journey, an amazing experience. And I put it out there on my community tab and on my Instagram, for people to just ask me any question, like anything you want to know about what life has been like, since we relocated. And initially it was meant to be a single sit down video. But when I saw the questions, I just knew these questions or some of these questions were directed to hobby, and it would not be nice for me to just be saying he said it, I think, so it's best for you to hear from the horse's mouth while I also
No,
share.
I'm not a horse, you my people. I'm not a horse. I'm a human being.
So that's the reason why.
I'm
And
just kidding. Yeah.
sorry that this video is coming this late, because life is lifing. We're parenting, we're living life, and we have to just squeeze out time. Guys, we're doing this video in the middle of the night while our kids are sleeping, and I had to wake him up. So you guys, please
Yeah.
bear with us and make sure you watch this video to the end.
Yeah.
So I had one question on Instagram, and I have like a lot of questions on my community tab. I have one person that asked me 10 questions. I don't know if I'll be able to answer all the 10, but I will answer at least a reasonable number of questions. So let's get right straight to it. Get your popcorn and relax. So, the number one question is, do you miss Nigeria? How's the accommodation crisis? Is it that bad as portrayed in the media? How is the inflation slash tax? Is it is it that high as mentioned in media?
Okay. So you want me to go first, right?
Yeah, go first.
Okay. Yeah. Do I miss Nigeria? I think we've answered this question like on different occasions. Why won't me personally? Why won't I miss Nigeria? My folks are in Nigeria. I've lived in Nigeria all my life, and I don't know. I really do miss Nigeria, but you know what? I don't miss it to the point that I want to come back
Mm.
now or anytime soon. I miss Nigeria in the sense of, oh, Nigeria now. It's Nigeria. It's just the vibe is different. The people are different. I don't feel different when I'm there. I'm not conscious of the fact that I'm black or I'm this particular race when I'm in Nigeria. But no, I don't miss Nigeria in the sense that I feel like I'm in Nigeria. No, trust me, this period safe. I'm pitying the people in Nigeria. See, you guys get what I mean. The situation in the country is not it's not at its best position right now. It's not in its best state right now. So yeah, I miss Nigeria, but no,
Not that
not
deep.
that deep. No. Second question: the accommodation is
Crisis,
that
is it as bad? How they say that it's very hard for people to get accommodation. Accommodation is expensive now than it used to be.
I well, see, so we've been here 1 year now, and we can't. It's not. We are not in the right position to tell you. Um, it's more expensive or this or that.
Because we don't have what to
Because
compare it with.
exactly, we came here last year. Fortunately for us, we were able to get our accommodation from Nigeria, so we didn't even go through that stress that a lot of people might have gone through. And honestly, I don't know anybody that actually has like a personal experience of them looking for an accommodation for an extended period of time and they just didn't get it. The only thing I know is that there may be, there may be places where they're asking you to bring an arm and a leg before they give you accommodation, but that's their own approach here.
Mm-hmm.
You also find some landlords that would, in
Not
our
stress you at
case,
all. At
we
all.
were not asked to bring anything. The only thing they required from us was our statement of account. They
And they
didn't even
accepted
ask
our
us.
Nigerian.
Mhm. They didn't even ask us to go and pay 3 months or stuff. We pay month to month here. In some places, they will ask for your
Six
first rent. They will say
oh, 6 months.
6 months. Some places 3 months. Bring a guarantor. That's my as far as my experience
Mm-hmm.
in that
Goes
regard goes. But I can't say categorically that there's a crisis. I know people say it, but I don't have that
first
experience,
stand
and
experience.
I cannot be speaking on other people's experiences.
Even though you can't say for other people's experience, at least for you, for your own personal experience, would you think our accommodation is bad?
I don't even think it is bad. Not in Manitoba,
Okay.
not in Winnipeg. Like, even though people have said it to us that now houses are more expensive
Expensive.
than when they first came. So
Okay.
those that have been here 3, 4 years ago would tell us, no, these places are now getting more expensive. But again, we cannot say. But one thing I know is that all the people that I know that landed all got accommodation that one, they can afford to pay for, and two, it's still classy enough. Like, it's
Yeah.
not. So I don't know anybody that is staying in a place where they are paying exorbitant amount of money, and yet you are looking at it and you're like, what exactly are you
Are
paying
you
for?
paying for
You understand? Like, I can tell you categorically, I know people in Toronto, Toronto.
Toronto?
It's, if I'm not pronouncing it right, you people in Toronto, please forgive me. But I know people that are there paying over $2,000
For accommodation.
for a
And it might be
studio
like
for a
studio,
studio
one
apartment.
bedroom.
Yeah, $2,000. You are balling, no. So that's the way it is. So I think
Yeah.
it's where you find yourself.
Now the last questions, how is the inflation slash tax? Is it as high as is mentioned in the media as well?
So again, you have to bear in mind we've been here just 1 year. Though in that 1 year,
We've
things
had our
have gone up.
experience, yes.
So some things that when we landed, we're buying for maybe the $8, $9. You go to the you go to the store now, it's gone up to as high as even $14. So yes, things have gone up. Not unbearable. So it has not gone up to the point where we are like, oh, we are no longer going to be buying this
Those
one because
things,
we can't afford it.
mm,
Thankfully, we are still able to afford it.
yeah.
So, but things have gone up, and people that were here before us are even letting us know that there was a time that you could go to the mall with $50 or
Buy
$100,
like bag,
and
as in
you, when you are leaving the mall, you are carrying two,
bags.
3 bags. But now that's no longer the case. But I don't have something to compare it with, because
So
even though things have gone up, it has not gone up to the point where I'm like, see what $100 is buying last year and see what it is buying this year. That's one. I think there's a second
tax, tax
tax. Our own tax bracket has not gone up to that level. Like, the taxes, honestly,
is high.
it is high. Like, when I changed jobs, the difference in my income, I was thinking, my paycheck, I can see the difference in my income. It was significant. But the way what I was bringing home changed
It was not
was not that
significant.
significant.
It was not so
So
high.
I realized that my tax bracket had changed. I was getting more, but not as much as I thought it was going to be. So obviously my tax bracket went up, and
And there's a different pay for
what I was paying
another
went
tax
up as
bracket.
well. So even though what I was bringing home was more, it just wasn't as much as I thought it was going to be. Like I wanted to see a higher difference in what I was bringing home, but it is what
It
it
is what it
is.
is. That's what comes with living in the Western world.
Exactly.
So
And I'm sure when we make more again,
it will
the
increase.
tax bracket will go up again.
So
So maybe
it's,
when I get to that level where my tax bracket, because I know some people will tell you that they pay as much as 42% tax. They are paying as much as some
hmm,
people even pay, say they pay up to, I don't know. Some people say they pay up to 50% tax. Maybe when I get to that level where government is taking about 50% of my income, I will come back here and
and
complain.
complain.
But for now,
We're good.
kò tíì kọjá àfaradà.
Farada.
Please write the English.
It has not passed
Ìfaradà,
Ifarada.
ìfaradà.
Okay. Well, he has pretty much said everything. The only thing I'm going to touch on is, do I miss Nigeria? I miss Nigeria, obviously. But I think I would say I miss more of my family. I wouldn't even say friends because I don't think I really have much friends. All my friends are not in Nigeria, or most of my
All your friends
friends.
sef don japa.
I only have I have few friends back in Nigeria, but I just miss home, like my family, my siblings, my dad, my in-laws, and all those things. That's the part. And I miss Nigerian food. Trust me. There are just some authentic food that, not prepared food though, like, certain things that I like that they're either expensive here or very hard to find or even impossible to find so far. So I think that's just pretty much it. But all those, I miss the chaos, I miss the
I
this,
was going to
I
say
miss the
that honestly, one of the things I miss about Nigeria, and I don't think this is like a right thing to, miss, is the chaos. Like,
I can't relate. Trust me.
just driving on the street and seeing two people park in the middle of the road and coming down to fight. And that is like it sort of brings some vibrancy to the country in itself, to the but that yeah, go see am oh. Everybody just they keep to their lane. So,
Guys, I can't relate. Me, I don't miss chaos. I've never liked the chaos. I like the calm and the,
no, no,
coolness of this place.
I don't think anybody likes the chaos. I think it's just that the chaos became a part of us.
It did not become a part of me. It's the shakers for it. It did not become a part of me. I don't miss it. Yes, if I go back to Nigeria, I'll be like, oh yes, I'm in Nigeria. This is Nigeria. Do you get my point? Just that few minutes of, okay, I'm in Nigeria, but not, I miss it as people used to miss it here. So
Now,
for the tax and all those things, it's just the same thing. I don't feel is we can really give our opinion about it. All I can say is, to be sincere, some people over exaggerate. That's just the truth. I don't know why. Maybe they just want to like express themselves and they can't keep it. But some people really over exaggerate how everything is in terms of how they cannot survive and how it is so hard. I don't think it is as hard for some people as they make it seem. So I'll leave it at that. So let's go to the next question. So my next question, this person started with congratulating me for baby. So the person said, "Congratulations on your baby. Thank you so much. May Allah bless her. Amen."
I
And
mean,
and all those, all those good stuff. Then she asked, "How was the birth experience in Canada? The hospital, to be precise." Obviously, that question is for me.
you can ask it too now. I was there also
Obviously,
now,
it was
so
there, so you definitely
I can
have
say something
few things
about
to
it.
say. Trust me. See, if there's anything, if I want to say that I've benefited anything or just one thing I've benefited from Canada, I would say, is this my birth experience? This my birthing or giving birth? Like it was 100%. Like let me say 99. Let me just leave that 1% for God. But to be sincere,
Like a Nigerian lecturer.
the experience was just amazing. Like from finding out I was pregnant up until when I gave birth, everything was just smooth. All the tests, going to my gynae, every single thing. I just walked. As in the place I gave birth to my baby, there was no prior anything. I just walked there. The very first day, I felt the contractions on Saturday. Gave them my information, told me that I don't have any reason to stay because of, my cervix is not dilated. Went home. The next day, I came back in the middle of the night, early in the morning the next day. And they just needed was my information, my health card, and with my health card, they asked few questions. Who is my gynae? This, that, that, and everything went on smoothly. You would think that feeling of, the VIP treatment you get if you go to like a big private hospital in Nigeria and you pay cool money, like all those 500,000. I'm not cap, that's the kind of feeling, that's the kind of treatment. I had a private room to myself. So the whole treatment was just perfect. Postpartum treatment too was perfect. The way the nurses just transferred me to another, everything was 100%, and I didn't pay a dime. I didn't for me. Oh, I didn't work and say, okay, this is what I'm paying for everything. Even the so if you go to see like based on what I know, you can correct me because you know more than me. So if you go to like your family doctor, if you're not admitted and you just go to see a doctor, you would pay for your medication, except if you have like insurance and all those things, which will reduce how much you're paying. But if you're admitted, which is what I was admitted. So throughout my stay, all the medications that I was given, all the medications that my daughter was given was free. Like we didn't pay anything. And it just felt so special. I felt so special, trust
There's a
me. So
possibility though that this may be different from province to
to
province.
province, this
So
is Manitoba's
each province has their
hair.
own approach to healthcare.
Yeah.
There's universal healthcare everywhere,
Okay.
but the things you pay for and the things you don't pay
Okay.
for may be different. So
So
we,
it's good to put that out
yeah.
there.
So
Yeah. On to you.
what do you mean? I mean, carry the picking.
Shivi, you said that you might have something to say
No,
since
no,
you
no,
were
no.
there.
I was there all through, and it felt really good to be able to witness the because in Nigeria I feel like the only way you can witness it is if you go to a private hospital. So when you're in a public hospital, you don't get to witness it. But here it felt good witnessing it. I was able to see how everything happened, and I just at some point I became emotional. So yeah, but it was a good experience.
Okay. Okay, this one is happy anniversary. Your two piece is nice. Thank you very much. Thank you. The person was commenting on the picture I posted on my community tab. Um, okay, lovely. Hope you're doing well. Number one question. I'm doing well, thank you. So number one question is I understand that your husband was a lawyer. This question is for you back home. How was he Wait, how does it feel? Sorry, how does it feel about having to start over and getting licensed in Canada? Is it worth it? That's number one. Number two, do you feel the province you have chosen was right for you in terms of cost of living and job opportunities, etc? So, the question number one is for you.
How do I feel about? Can you read it again,
So,
please?
how does it feel having to start over and getting licensed in Canada? Is it worth it? You've practiced law for like a number of years now.
Ah, I don't try you. Myself, I don't take for the game. But starting over, well, you have to be understand that I'm not starting all over. I just need to take some exams, and then I'll be qualified to, take some exams, article, and then be qualified to be called to the bar. So it's not like I have to go back to school and start doing LLB all over again. But that being said, I don't have an issue with starting all over because I'm coming from a different jurisdiction.
Hmm. Lawyer.
So that's
What's in law jurisdiction?
so. But I'm coming from a different jurisdiction, from a different legal background. I can't expect that I will just come here and then go and pick up my. It's not like they even wear wig and down here, anyways. Though they do in their King's bench, but I'm not just going to come here and expect that I'll just pick up my wig and gown and start practicing. It won't make sense. The same way I would not expect somebody that studied law in Canada, practiced in Canada, to come to Nigeria and then just come to court and start saying me lord. It won't make sense. So I don't think there's an issue with starting all over. But to the question of whether it is worth it, I feel like that one will be a personal thing.
And the person is asking
Honestly,
you.
for me, right now, I want to do the licensing process. And when I get to after I've been licensed, I will now make a decision as to whether I want to practice or not. I'm making enough right now to take care of my family. If I was practicing as a lawyer, I would definitely be making much more.
Hmm.
But
Agbabola.
it depends on what your goals are. Me, I've always said it. My goal is not to make money. I want to make money. Don't misquote me. But that's not my goal. My
Go
goal is peace of mind.
and
That's why I said I
happiness.
came. So if I'm getting peace of mind somewhere else and I'm still able to foot my bills, I may not necessarily go back to the practice of law. But if I feel the urge, if I feel the need to go back, I would have that option. So the
Yeah.
option will still be
Be
there.
there.
That's why I'm doing it. I know,
Okay.
in fact, I know a person. He came here, got a good paying job. The very first job he got was paying 70,000 per annum.
And that's a
Very
lot.
first job.
That's a lot.
Eventually, he said, okay, he's a lawyer as well. He started his licensing process. The very first exam he wrote didn't come out well. He got a promotion in his job that moved him to over six figures.
Hmm.
You know what my guy said? He said, make the exam hold himself.
Although.
So it's like, I'm even making more money than some lawyers right now because lawyers in Manitoba, maybe they start with about 90,000 or thereabout. So he's making more money than some lawyers.
Hmm.
So it's like, well, let the license hold itself for now. He will come back to it when he feels the need to.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that answers the question as to whether is it worth it.
Worth it.
And yeah,
So the second question is, do you feel that the province you have chosen was right for you in terms of cost
it
of
is right.
living,
It is right in terms of everything.
everything?
It is right in terms of everything.
Yeah.
Manitoba's salary is not the best. Like people in other provinces will tell you
They earn more.
they earn more doing the same type of job that you're doing. But again, in Manitoba, the cost of living is reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
So ultimately, what you're earning is enough for you to get by, and there's still, if you know how to manage
Manage yourself.
yourself, there'll be enough for you to go on vacation and still send money to Nigeria.
Okay. And I'm going to say the same thing. We made the right choice choosing Manitoba. Although Manitoba chose us, we didn't choose Manitoba first. But now we are happy with Manitoba.
Yeah.
For me, I would say the first reason I love Manitoba is how the fact that you're coming through, most people that come as permanent residents come through PMP. I feel, I would assume. So because of that, you most likely, if you come as a permanent resident, have like a family, a cousin, a brother. So that family aspect is very important. It's a privilege, and I'm grateful for that. The cost of living is pretty okay. Like where we are living, I did a house tour when we first came here, and I have somebody who commented that she's in Ontario, and she said, I think she said like something smaller than this. She'll be paying about 2,000 plus. Do you get? So, and so much more, so much more. The cost of living, the rent, and every single thing about Manitoba. There are lots of people that have left Ontario, that have left Vancouver, and they've relocated to Manitoba because of the cost of living. So, for us coming from Nigeria, I would say it's worth it, and I can only be grateful. Congratulations there. I'm so happy for you guys. Like I practically followed all your vlogs till now. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I have to call her name because a lot of names here, they are not like names, they're like codes. That's why I find it hard calling names. But I want to call this person's name because I can see the name clearly. Thank you, Chioma. I really appreciate it. I think I replied to you here already.
Thank you, Chairman.
So I have another person. Her name is Sadatus Daily. I'm going to write her name on the screen because she's a YouTuber. She's a content creator. She's also in Manitoba, but she's not in Winnipeg. I'm going to write a city as well here. So you guys, please do make sure you subscribe to her channel and watch her videos. Anyways, she said, how is life in Manitoba as a Nigerian female Muslim? Because she's also a Muslim. How has it been? So this question is for me.
Ah, how do you know it's not for me?
You're just female Muslim. Oga
Okay.
Park Jare. Anyways, I would say life has been for me. I'm the kind of person that I'm not. I find it hard to live in a like say stereotype or like I don't see myself as I just see myself as a human being. Do you understand? So I would say life has been good as anything, but as a female Muslim, I would say life has also been good because I've been able to as in bond with some Muslims that are females. I've been able to bond with some even if they're not even Muslims, so I've been able to bond with Nigerian community that are females, and I also am lucky to be able to um, know or access whenever I have the chance an organization where I can meet lots of Muslims. So I don't feel out of place. I'm able to dress the way I want to dress. I'm able to still cover my hair. I'm able to still have my faith intact by the grace of Allah because it's only Allah that can do that wherever it is you are. So like I don't feel oh now that I'm here it's difficult for me to do anything. Whatever it is that I'm able to do is still like a continuation. It has not being here has not hindered me from oh now I'm here, let me do anyhow, or let me open my hair, let me dress anyhow. I feel it's still the same. That's just how I feel. And I'm grateful because some people travel to some places and they're afraid to wear their hijabs, to cover their hairs, to even express themselves or let people know their faith because of you don't want to be judged or treated differently. But I don't think that happens here, or I've not had to experience it, and I'm grateful. So I think life has been pretty much great. So the next question. Okay. So this person says, congratulations. Thank you very much. Oh, this mommy. Is my mother-in-law is she's my number one supporter. Oh. She watches all my videos. She comments. I love you, ma. Thank you so much for always supporting. So thank you for the congratulations as well. So the next question is from Abiwa. So I'll call some names that I'm able to see clearly. She said, was moving to Canada worth the wait? Let me answer this one first. When you say what the wait, I will assume you're talking about how long it took, how long it took for us to get here. Maybe from the whole application. You probably might have watched our relocation story. So from the whole application down to when we traveled, we took about since 2019, right?
Well, the process started
The whole process.
2019.
So we took about maybe 3 years. I would say obviously worth the wait, like over and over and over again. Like if we asked to do it another time, if we were asked to do it again, I don't think we would have done it any differently. If possible, probably would have applied earlier, but I don't think there will have been any way because we applied just after we married.
Yeah, well, I could
So
have applied before we got married and still just apply for you later
oh, all
on.
right, okay,
Or you
it's
could have
true.
applied and then apply
Okay,
for me.
okay. And but I don't want stories that touch. So I like the way it happened after we got married, so that we would have just done everything. I don't think I would have done it any differently. For me, it was worth the wait. One of the things I used to tell people is whenever people call me and ask me, how is Canada? How is the code? Is there racism? Is there this? I'm always like, Canada is great. Like me, I'm happy that I'm here. All the things I like my husband said he came here for peace of mind and he's getting it. Me, I came here for a good system, for peace of mind, and many other things. And I would say that all the things I came here for primarily I've been able to achieve. Every other thing is something I'll build up over time. So I would say 100% worth the wait. On to you.
Is it what the? Of course, it's what the wait now. If it's not what the wait, I would have been lamenting all through this video now. So I
No, now you might not want to lament so that it not be as if who sent you message.
maybe
Go back to
people
Nigeria.
people we never even reach 1 year for years. People that have been here 3 months, you will see some people.
One month.
We see it on YouTube now, and I'm not calling anyone out because again our experiences are different. The reason why we came here is different. So I'm not calling anyone out, but for me, it's been worth the wait. It's not paradise. I didn't come here thinking it was going to be paradise. I did not come here thinking it was going to be easy and that I'll be picking money off the street. I know I'll have to work for my family to, live a better life. But are we better off than we were in Nigeria? Absolutely. Absolutely.
And this is not just financially. Oh. I would even tell you that it's not necessarily financially. It's just in terms of the way we are reasoning, the way we are feeling, the air, everything is just a bit much better. And that's just our experience. And the next question says, how has YouTube been in general? Is it affecting your work life balance, or you found a way to integrate it into your daily life? Well, I don't have any work yet. So there's no work life balance for you. Maybe talking about taking care of my kids, if that's the work, it's not affecting that. Obviously, let me even use that to let me assume, even though I get a job, I'm still going to take care of my kids. But let me just assume taking care of my kids is also like a whole lot. And because of that, sometimes, like this content creation, this particular video we're sitting down to do, I've procrastinated, or I've not procrastinated, I've had to postpone it like 3 weeks because the perfect timing had just not come. And one of the reasons was because hubby's working, and my kids, both of them being awake at the same time, it's not just easy, you understand? So it can be a bit difficult, but YouTube, I see YouTube as my job. Do you understand? Regardless, even if I get a job, like a 9 to 5 or a job, I'm still going to still do YouTube. I just don't know how I'm going to be doing it. But so far it's been great. I whatever the weather I have to storm, I try my best to just take the bull by the horn, and
Hmm.
I do it when I can. Sometimes it's in the middle of the night, like this, I'm going to create my content. Sometimes it's in the middle of the night, I'm going to edit my videos. See, it's not easy, but nothing good comes,
Yeah,
nothing good
comes
in
easy.
life comes easy. Do you understand? So that's just what I'm going to say. On to the next question. So the next question is the same, it's from the same person, like that asked about if moving to Canada was worth it, Happy. And she said, how is your hobby juggling is licensure, did I get it? Exam and work. Do you plan moving out of Manitoba once you get your citizenship? Nice question.
I
So
mean,
answer.
so I'm not honestly, and the answer I'm going to give is not just for me, it's for a lot of us, that because I have a lot of lawyer friends that are juggling both work and
During the
taking this
exam.
exam. I know somebody, and I doff my hat for this person. She's a mom of three.
Hmm.
She has a 2-year-old, and I hope she is watching this video. I'm not going to call her name,
Mm-hmm.
but she is just, I absolutely admire how she's going about this. She's taking this exam. She takes an exam. Sometimes she's taking 2 exams in a month,
Wow.
and that's
Hmm.
because she will take care of her kids. She will go to work, come back home, and still prepare for the exam. Me, I'm even too lazy. I'm giving myself time. I take one exam in 3 months. That's how me, I'm preparing myself. But I know people who are doing it, and there's,
Back to back.
honestly, we are Nigerians now. You people know we have the work ethic is there.
I have the doggedness.
We have it. So it's not, there's nothing, we are doing it. Like, I'm not going to tell you, oh, it's difficult or anything. People back home have it more difficult than I do. Trust me, there's nothing. The job I'm doing, I'm working for government. My job, I don't bring job. They don't even expect me to bring my job home. Once I'm done at work, that's it. When I was working in Nigeria, you know how many times I will finish at work. I finish late, get back home, and I still have to jump on a call that will still keep me away from my family.
Hmm.
So my sister, I don't know if this person, I feel the person is a
The
lady,
female, yeah.
but my sister, there's nothing, it's not daunting. I beg. Yeah, if I tell you, it's it's not easy, but it's also not the most difficult thing in the world. We're Nigerians. We faced bigger challenges. I beg.
Challenges.
I mean, I don't like when, I'm not going to make it seem like, oh, what I'm doing is something special. It
It
is
can be
not.
very blunt and direct,
It,
guys.
it
Don't
is
mind
not.
him. So, do you plan
And
on moving out of Manitoba once you get your citizenship?
my sister, me, I know lie you. I don't see any reason why I would want to. I don't see any reason. When we first came, or before we landed, we were thinking, Manitoba, considering the things we've heard. But I like this vibe that Manitoba is giving me. It's not the busiest place in the world.
It's giving Oshun Oshogo kind of vibe.
it's
That's what I used to say.
it's not the busiest place in the world, but everything I want is within my reach. And it's if you're living in a bigger city, obviously you make more money, but you also have to experience the city.
Whatever
Uh,
the city has to.
Traffic at its worst in Manitoba, like when it is really bad, and that is when you're downtown. No, there's no traffic anywhere else. So when you're downtown, at its worst, it takes you maybe 30 to 45 minutes to get home. In some places, you will spend much more than that in traffic. So I don't know. I don't have any reason to want to
To
leave.
want to leave.
And don't forget, I keep saying I didn't come here for the money primarily. So what is now pushing me out? For those who came here primarily
For
to
the
make
money,
money,
they might want to
you will
leave.
definitely
Yes, they would.
Manitoba is not
It's not
going
going to give you. It's
is
not going
not
to. They,
going to
they
give you
won't break
that
their
money.
neck to say they want to give you
Because even
beyond
people in Saskatchewan are earning more than
more.
us.
People leave Manitoba to go to Saskatchewan.
They are
So
earning more than
yeah.
us. So yeah,
Anyways, for thinking of moving to Manitoba, the moment
moving
I,
out of Manitoba.
sorry, moving out of Manitoba, the moment I realized I was moving to Manitoba, I started watching YouTube videos and I made sure I started falling in love with Manitoba even before I relocated. Like if I see anything about another province, I ask my husband, "She Manitoba on shakini ni? She Manitoba does not do this thing ni?" And he will go and
Don't they
Google
have this
and he
in
will go and
Manitoba?
check. You will go and check YouTube and you realize that they have it. I'm like, okay, oh, that is good. So, and I landed here, to feel the warm welcome of families, friends that we've met, family friends. What am I looking for? It also gives me that kind of vibe I want. I don't mind the big city vibe because I lived in the city, I live in Lagos, but not like, even though I lived there, it's just did not vibe with my personality. I'm like an Abuja babe. Do you get, I'm like soft life
I'm
babe.
Abuja babe,
I don't like um the rustle and bustle of Toronto and all those places. So, and
even though you never reached there.
even but I've heard that it has the hustle and bustle lifestyle. And our battle gbogbo wa Peri region, gbogbo we're all in the same region. So I am good in my Manitoba. We could go to
With your
all those.
code.
I'm good with Abata too is experiencing those cold. So
You can,
so I'd rather go to all those places to have vacation, to visit, and come back to my Manitoba. That's how I'm feeling right now. Never say never. I don't know what can happen tomorrow,
yeah,
but
in the next
at this moment, I am good
in the next
with
5 years, you
Manitoba
might
the
feel
way
like
it
yeah.
is. Yeah. So let's go to the next question. So the next question is, can you talk about credit score and the banking system in general? See, it's him that answered that one.
And me too, I don't have any answer for you beyond the credit score system is just you they live on credit here. Whatever you want to buy, they expect you to use your credit card as frequently as possible. They expect you to pay it back. And when you do that, you're paying your bills, you're using your credit card, you start building your credit score. And once your credit score gets to a particular level, the interest rate that you're getting gets better. So somebody with a lower credit score will get a higher interest compared to somebody with
Mm,
a higher score. So that's as far as I know about
as
the
you know,
credit score.
the banking system in general,
For us, we try to we are trying to build our credits,
but
but
not
in a
be in debt.
way that is still Islamically acceptable. So we're trying to balance the two. It's like it's difficult balancing the two because,
There are
like I
some things
said,
that you can't
there's a lot
control.
of credit. People live on credit a lot here, so we're just trying to balance the two.
Mm-hmm,
With
mm-hmm.
the banking system is some people say the Nigerian banking system is
It's
better.
better. Mm-hmm.
I've not experienced it. I don't go out with cash. I don't have one. I don't have $1 cash like
Mm.
this. I don't have a coin. I don't.
I say that
I've
it's weird. They don't
it's
have it.
it. It started from when I
Lived in Derby.
lived in the UK,
I
and
just knew it.
no, but seriously, I never had any reason to go about with money there. And the same thing with this place too. I've not had any reason to go about with cash. There's nothing I want to buy that my card will not do the
Do the
job.
job.
So I've not honestly had any reason to go about with cash, and I don't have any reason to go to the bank. Whenever I go to the bank, it's for more serious transactions, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. So my money, my salary they pay it into my account. And when I spend it, so I spend it directly from my account.
Account.
So
So
I
it's
just know that
just
you have to build your credit. That's all.
yes, you say you pay it back. That's just what they want you to do. If you don't pay it back on time, your credit score is going to be bad. That's pretty much it.
And if you don't get basic, you will not.
You
Your
know,
credit
there
score will
won't be any
not.
form of credit score for
So
you,
because they
and
just
you won't
want
be
to
able
know
to.
how
So
credit worthy
the
you
I
are.
think the people that really, I think where people like would benefit from it is when they want to buy a house, when they want to buy a car, and they want to, buy a house on mortgage, you want to finance a car. Those are the two major things that, if at all, if people say, "I don't want to have a credit card," because of those two things, they have no choice, sort of, because. So that's pretty much it about that. I hope I was able, we're able to answer your question. So has relocation affected your marriage? Any positive or negatives with mentioning? What's this? Any positive?
Worth mentioning.
Okay. So do you think
I'm sure it's
we
going to
should
be worth.
answer this question now? We should do another video.
You can do. Now you be the content creator now.
But there's really not much. To be sincere, there's really not much to say. So let's
No, I
just
think
answer.
you can do a video about it.
Okay.
How has it affected our dynamics?
Okay.
You can do a video. Maybe
Okay. So this
that's what I
question.
think. I feel
So this
like
question
it
would
might even
would
be a teachable moment.
All right, so this question will build more on it because, to be sincere, it's when you look at it, we can give you a like periphery answer, but there's a lot of deep things when it comes to how marriage can be now in the foreign
What do you
world.
go in periphery as
Periphery, like
peripheral?
surface, peripheral. Okay, peripheral. My English teacher just corrected me. So, instead of us giving you surface level answer, it's best for us to give you a proper explanation of what the dynamics might have been like for us as a couple, spending one whole year. Yeah. So, watch out for that video and thank you for that question. So, put a pin on it. The next question is: can a family friend serve as a sponsor slash supporter for us in Manitoba PMP?
Yes,
Okay,
but the points you would get for that
is lower
is lower. It's just
compared
50
to
points compared to it being a family member.
family member. So that's just it. You pick the one that, if it's just 50 points you need, why not? And if it's only a family friend you have, it's still worth
If that's
trying.
all
It's
you
better
have,
than nothing.
it's of course
Better than nothing.
it's
So
better to try with
yeah.
that than.
So the next question is, oh, so let's go to, so that person that has like a lot of questions. Let me just go through some of his questions or her questions, whichever, and would answer as much as we can. So, what inspired you to move to Canada and start a YouTube channel about your experience? First of all, I've had a YouTube. I've been a YouTuber way before I moved to Canada.
You don't take for this
So
game.
I started YouTube in 2020 and I relocated 2022. So if you get what I mean. But what inspired me to move to Canada was, my husband
Your
just
sit
brought
down
it up.
video is there now. You should direct them to go and watch it
Yeah,
live.
don't worry. I'll put that link. I'll put the link in my description
You
box.
want to say
No,
it
but I can
again.
just give you just something small. My husband brought it up and I just tagged along. That's just the truth. I tagged along because all the reasons he brought up, plus the ones in my
You follow man come
yeah,
Canada.
no, nah, bokoku. All the reasons he gave me, plus what I already had in my mind, just synced. So it was not even a debate. And starting documenting my journey, it was just I started. I love watching lifestyle content. I love it. So I'm not just someone who share my lifestyle or my life without even appreciating other people's life. So from watching other people's life and what they do, sharing their lifestyle with us, I thought of sharing that. And it makes sense to, because you go online, you watch a lot of videos, and you are trying to like scribble out content, or try to find content about what is happening in Manitoba, and you really see, you know, before Kemi Way started, we really saw Nigerian content creators in Winnipeg. So I said to myself, I must document. I want people to, if people are looking for anything about Winnipeg, at least my channel will be one of those channels that will show them the beauty of Winnipeg, the good side, the bad side, and all those things. And it's just been
Have you shown them any bad side?
well, I don't think I have any bad side to show, but don't worry. If I have any bad side, maybe I will show. Maybe I don't like capitalizing on the bad. Yeah, so that's that. The second question is: can you share some of the most significant cultural differences you've noticed between your home country and Canada during your first year here?
I don't think that one is a. I think that's like another video on
That
its
should
own.
be, yeah. So you guys are giving me content topics, so I pray I find the time. So this one will also be another video. I'm going to also put a pin on that so that let me just screenshot it so that I remember. So don't worry, I'm going to answer this properly in a sit down video. So the third question is: have you faced any challenges or unexpected obstacles in the process of moving and adapting to life in Canada? Just watch our sit down video in terms of the moving. You will know all the obstacles and everything we faced. But adapting to life in Canada, I would say definitely in subsequent videos I will share a lot of things, but I can just pretty much tell you that obviously you will face challenges, but it's not like challenges that it's just any challenge that you can face when you're in a new place. The next question is: how has the Canadian landscape and natural beauty? This person is serious with the questions. Future Nogla. And natural beauty influenced your content or inspired you in any way? Well, I would say I'm just the kind of person that goes with the flow. So there is no particular like I don't think too much about the landscape or anything. If I go out and I find something beautiful, I create a content about it. If I'm making a vlog and I see that, oh, this place is nice, I just show you the beauty. So there is no special, I don't give it like too much thoughts. I just go with the flow, and that's pretty much it. So what advice do you have for others who are considering relocating to Canada and documenting their journey? The number one advice I will give you is: the moment you have realized you want to relocate, start creating your content. Don't wait till when you land, because you've lost a lot of opportunities for people sharing that journey. So the views might not be as good as if people follow you from the beginning to when you land, and you now take them along your life in Canada. So that's the only advice that I would rather give anybody, because that's what really helped me. I documented it from the moment we got our PPR till now. How has your audience responded to your content about living in Canada, and have you seen any changes in viewership engagement over the past year? Of course, I've seen a significant, like I think I had about maybe 600 or 700 subscribers before I started my relocation, and now I'm in 4,300. Wow. I'm
Okay.
blushing. Anyways, my audience have responded significantly well beyond, sometimes you have an imagination, but at the back of your mind you're like, is this thing going to come to pass? Is this possible? So it went be my how will I speak the English? It's just beyond my imagination or my expectation. Like, I had hopes, but I didn't know that it was going to come to fruition this quickly. So my audience, including you, obviously, that is asking me this question, as they've been very nice, they've been very encouraging, prayerful. See, I've had the best, or I have the best subscribers and family. So I'm just so grateful. So can you share your favorite experiences or memorable moments for your first year in Canada that you featured on your channel? Hmm. Favorable experience. I think I would say the most favorable ones that have featured on my channel are every time I've had to um hang out with people, whether it's my family, whether it's my friends that I've met here. All the hangouts I've had that I've shared here, trust me, they were hangouts that I was very happy about, and I
I
shared
think
that.
the most memorable one is the birth of my daughter. I don't know what she's talking
No,
about.
now I didn't.
You had a whole human being. You are saying I'm not in any way diminishing the fact that we are hung out with people and that was
I didn't think
interesting.
I didn't think to this recent time. I didn't think to this recent time. Everybody would know that's definitely
And the
my
person said that
my
you have shared on your channel. Of course, it's the bed of your daughter.
I didn't think to this current time, but obviously that is number one. Have you learned any tips or tricks for settling in Canada that you would like to pass on to viewers?
Your first couple of videos in Canada are about
Oh,
settlement tips.
okay.
So,
So that's the
and
truth. Thank you, baby. I actually have a video on settlement fees, but doesn't mean I cannot have an updated one.
sure,
So,
sure.
but at least I'm going to put
In
the
the
link of
meantime,
that and, just have that, watch that before I now give you another one. What are your future plans for your YouTube channel and your life in Canada as you approach your second year here? Um, I would say for my YouTube, obviously, I'm just working on how I'm going to grow my channel. How I'm going to create more meaningful content. Obviously, I know I'm creating meaningful content, but I can't just be stagnant. So, working on that, doing more collaborations. And maybe possibly opening another channel for something else once I'm comfortable in terms of timing and all those things. And for Canada, I think it's just growth, getting a job, and just growing with my family. That's pretty much it. So, finally, the last question. Wow, we actually answered all the questions apart from the ones that I'm going to address later. Are there any Canadian traditions, foods, or events that you've particularly enjoyed and that you'd recommend to newcomers to the country? I think I would say because I'm not somebody that does not mind trying or that minds trying new things. Like I can try new things, but my husband is the opposite. He doesn't like trying new things, so it kind of hinders me when
now
it comes
why am I
to
hindering
when
you?
it comes to
Why am I
ordering for
hindering
things
you?
because I don't like eating alone.
I'm not hindering now.
That's
I've
number
told her
one.
to order whatever she wants.
That's number one. But that aside, I've also not had and like I'm not the eat out kind of person unless I have like the opportunity. Maybe if I go somewhere, so I've only eaten out a few times. For me, I focus on trying more of other countries than Canadian food. I wouldn't say the food that I like is Canadian, but it's American kind of food, which is Subway. I've eaten Subway and it's very nice. I don't know if anybody has tried Subway before, so I can recommend you getting Subway. But apart from that, I've not really tried
I've
any
not tried
Canadian.
putting.
I've not tried poutine. That's the Canadian dish that people really talk about, but I've not tried it, and I don't even know if I'm going to try it. I'm not sure. And that's that about this Q&A. Wow, it's going to be very long, but hopefully you guys get to watch it. If you watch this Q&A, especially you guys that ask these questions, I hope you guys watch it to this point. If you watch it to this point, you are a confirmed OG. You are a correct supporter, and I really appreciate you. Thank you guys for your questions. If you like this Q&A, let me know if it's something we should be doing more often, just to get to
You
know me
have to
better.
start paying me. Oh. I beg.
No, it's not. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be there. So don't
Okay,
let
hey,
him
don't
bobo
ask me
you.
questions so that
Don't let him bobo you. It
don't
doesn't have
ask
to
me
be there. So that
questions
you
so
not do
people will not
shakara.
pay me. I beg.
You can ask me questions. Direct the questions to me, so that I
Then
will
you
not
come
have to
and
be
ask me.
asking. No, so that I will not have to ask him.
All right.
There are lots of things me
If
personally
they
I
want
can
to ask
share.
me a question, they
But
should pay me.
if you want
I'm
questions
expensive, you
related to
know.
him, like maybe if you want couples Q&A, how we met.
I'm expensive, you know.
Anyways, let me know. You everything about you is money. Let me know if you like this Q&A. If you
Like,
like this video, as always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment down below, about your experience if you're in Canada and other parts of the world. And if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Subscribe. We're close to getting the 5K. Let's hit 5K. Anything can happen. I can hit 5K before this year ends. I can dream, and the dream can come to fruition. So please subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so that whenever I upload new videos, I had to check my mic. You'll be the very first one to know about it. Till next time, make sure you stay safe, take good care of yourself. Bye bye.
over.
Mwah.
So